Okay, hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my third/fourth time trying to perfect this video. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video is gonna be about the Winchester Mystery House. And if you haven't already heard of it, sit back and get your popcorn, because this one's a breathtaker. So if you don't already know what the Winchester Hotel looks like, I recently got this magazine about the America's scariest places, and they have a picture already set up, an image inside of this magazine of how the hotel looks like. So it all started with a 6-room, I believe it was a 6-bedroom house. It was a 6-room house. Originally, William Winchester owned his own company as well as this 6-bedroom house. When he tragically died in 1881, his widow inherited not only $20.5 million of the Winchester company, but as well this property, this 6-room house. So, short after the death of her husband, Sarah Winchester claimed this half of this company as well as this 6-room house. And it is said shortly after her husband's death that she went to go and see a medium. Now let's back up a little bit. Sarah Winchester's life was not all peaches and cream. She had a very tragic life. Her infant daughter died of a childhood illness. I don't know how many months that infant was, but she had died of a childhood illness, and it was years later, a couple years later, that her husband died of tuberculosis. Now, fast forwarding to when Miss Sarah Winchester claimed the property as well as this company. Because she was so depressed, she went to speak to this medium, who said that she must start a new life with the money. And the medium also told her that she had to build a home for herself and for the spirits who had fallen from this terrible weapon. The medium specifically told her she could never stop building the house unless she wanted to stop and die. So, that being said, in 1884, Sarah moved from New Haven, Connecticut to San Jose and began expanding this 6-bedroom house, and she never stopped. It wasn't until Sarah Winchester's death that the construction of the house initially stopped, and she had passed away she didn't pass until 1922. So during all of that time, Sarah created a huge home of this 6-room house. What was initially a 6-room house, she created 160 rooms, 10,000 windows, staircases that went up into ceilings, doors that opened into walls, and 47 fireplaces. And this house is famous for the architecture of it's famous for its architecture because, as mentioned, throughout this time she never stopped building on this house. So there are, like mentioned, rooms that lead to nowhere, windows that lead to 100-feet drops. It is said during this construction that many people died at this construction site, but the construction never stopped until she passed away. It is said that Sarah Winchester herself is often seen inside the house. And right now, I'm currently on the Winchester Mystery House website, where I'm taking the rest of this information from. Damn it, I'm disconnected. So this renovation is said to be the world's longest home renovation. and it stopped, as mentioned, only once Sarah passed on September 5th of 1922. It says from 1886 to 1922, construction seemingly never ceased, as the original it wasn't 6, it was 8-room farmhouse grew into the world's most unusual and sprawling mansion, featuring 24,000 square feet, 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 stairways and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, and it built a price tag of $5 million in 1923, which would be $71 million today. Also, I forgot to mention, once Sarah Winchester claimed this property as well as half of the company of Mr. Winchester, she was therefore, sorry, I can't speak. She became one of the richest women at the time.
Oh my God,
It says, but what remained is indeed a mystery. Even before her passing, rumors of a mystery house being built by an eccentric and wealthy woman swirled. So they had many rumors and many questions as to why she was building this home and constructing it and constantly constructing it. There were many questions as to what motivated such a well-educated, rich woman to cut herself off from the rest of the world and focus solely on building this house. And
oh my God, I hit my head. I don't want to talk about it.
It says nearly 100 years after the house opened for tours, millions of guests have visited. And I'm gonna talk about the timeline really quick that they have on here.
This checkpoint's stupid because you can fall off if you're not paying attention.
And here's a picture of Sarah Winchester herself that I'm going to be showing you guys.
No, I haven't watched it. Surprisingly, I didn't watch it. Is it?
Oh, wow! It has the timeline of William Winchester. So it says in 1837, William Winchester was born in Baltimore, the only son of Oliver Winchester. In 1839, Sarah Lockwood Pardee Winchester is born in New Haven, Connecticut.
I seen you go that way.
1862, Sarah marries William Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, on September 30th, 1862. In 1866 is when their only child, Annie Pardee Winchester, is born. On July 12, 1866, the child tragically dies 5.5 weeks after her birth.
What the fuck? Parker transfer, you've been teleporting.
In 1873, the Winchester Model 73, known as the gun that won the West, is released. In 1880, Oliver Winchester dies, leaving the succession of the company to his only surviving son, who was already seriously ill with a disease that will shortly after take his life. In 1881, only 3 months after Oliver's death, his son William Winchester dies of tuberculosis at the age of 43. Wow, he was really young. Sarah Winchester inherits William's vast fortune, reportedly $20 million, plus nearly 50% of the Winchester Repeating Arms stock. In 1885 is when Sarah Winchester arrives in California. 1886 is when Sarah Winchester purchases a 2-story farmhouse near San Jose, California, that will soon grow into her beloved Yanda Villa, later known as the Winchester Mystery House, and begins remodeling. And here's a picture of Mr. Winchester. In 1888, Miriam, Sarah's favorite niece, moves to Villa and lives with her Aunt Sarah for the next 15 years. 1890 to 1900, the heyday of the mansion's construction, when it rises from a small farmhouse to a 7-story Victorian giant. In 1903, Daisy marries Frederick Marriott Jr. and leaves Leonda Villa. In 1906, the Great San Francisco earthquake damages the mansion. The 7-story tower and most of the 4th floor are later demolished. In 1910, Sarah purchases a second home, which I didn't know of. Wow. She purchases a second home in Atherton, where she became closer to her sister Isabel and her niece Daisy. Sarah spends a great deal of time here until her death. In 1922, Sarah Winchester passes away at Yonda Villa. 36 years of construction ceases at the news of Miss Winchester's death. In 1922, Leonda Villa is sold. Daisy Marriott, Sarah's niece, inherits $3,000 from her aunt. The contents and personal possessions from both Sarah's home and the income from a $200,000 trust fund for the remainder of her life.
Alright.
In 1923 is when the mansion is opened for public tours, and Mayhem Brown is the first tour guide. Sarah Winchester's old garden becomes Winchester Park, where families can come and picnic and enjoy themselves. In 1924, famed magician Harry Houdini visits the mansion on Halloween night, seeking to debunk the paranormal stories. He leaves with more questions than answered and infamously referred to it as the Mystery House. In the 1930s, the house is officially marked as the Winchester Mystery House.
I'm by myself. Someone know me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 people. I'm scared. Only got default mode. How do I get to other classes? I'm so confused. Take that. I got a damn sword. Diamond sword's upstairs. For love, dude. Potatoes. What's the shit? What's that? That's what it was. Damn, they restocked that shit.
So as you guys have been, as I've been telling you guys, this 8-bedroom farmhouse turned into a huge mansion house, and it's said to be haunted by the ghosts of those killed. Let me try and find for you guys the deaths at the Winchester Hotel, because although it gave us a timeline on their website, which you guys should definitely go check out, it didn't tell us exactly who died there. And I know just from watching the movie that it was, if you guys haven't watched the movie either, you should definitely go watch the movie. It's on Netflix about the Winchester Hotel, and they based it really it was really right on the nail with those things. So I know from just watching that as well, aside from just the basic facts that I already know, that there were some deaths that happened during the construction. During all of the construction, because this house is huge. I don't even know how many stories she made it up to be, but just how huge this landscape alone is, like, it's crazy.
15. Sorry, I'm at 15.
I'm trying to find like more information about the people who died in the house.
Where are these highlighted plays?
I know many of the workers, there were many stories, but I didn't read anywhere on their website of any accounts of any specific people or even any accounts of anybody dying on the property, but I know that there was.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, this is a 24,000 square foot mansion, so it's huge, guys. Like, this thing is huge. I think I clicked the same link twice and I didn't get nothing from it. Oh wow. I'm on Wikipedia, which is probably not a very reliable source, but it says in popular culture that the Winchester house was Walt Disney inspiration for the Haunted Mansion at the Disney parks, which I think is crazy. That used to be one of my favorite rides. And like I said, many people claim to see Sarah Winchester still roaming the hallways of this house. And it is said she died in her particular room. I believe it was her bedroom that she died in. And yeah, she's just said to be roaming the house. So
I died already.
Many people encounter her when they stay, and it is open for tourist attraction. Maybe not at this time because of the fact of the whole coronavirus, but it is open.
Then just stay back there.
Okay, well, I'm not finding any specific names or any like documented accounts of any people that have died there, but I know that there are plenty of workers who have died during the construction of this house. I would definitely suggest you guys go take a look at this magnificent like architecture, and definitely go watch the movie on Netflix. It's very spooky. If you want to watch any spooky movies, that's definitely one to go and watch.
I missed it.
You know what I did find interesting the most about this whole thing is that after watching the movie, even though it was right on the nail with most of the facts about the house, one thing I found interesting was the fact that she was building rooms to help these spirits pass over or help them find peace, and it kind of makes me question if that was like her initial motive. It never really specifically stated why she had to continue building and constructing, and I think the movie really gets more in depth to that. Like, they made more of a storyline based off of her why this happened, why she was in constant construction, why she continued building, and like I mean, the storyline was great. It was an amazing movie, and I think it's just a spooky like story in general. And yeah, I would definitely suggest you guys check that movie out. Check their website out as well. They have a website. It's called let me see what it's called. It's called WinchesterMysteryHouse.com, and that's also their website if you plan on doing any tours of the house. It is located in San Jose, if I'm not wrong. I want to say it's located in San Jose. Let's see. Yeah, it's located in San Jose, California. Anyway, go check their website out. And if you plan on visiting, you can, I guess, book your tickets through this website. It has all of these information, like the history and the timeline that I was talking to you guys about. Go definitely check their website out. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.